You're welcome. This video is brought to you by Career Skill Services. This video formerly was actually meant for our trainees. This is an after sales services offered by Career Skill Services to its trainee. What we do in Career Skill Services is that after training a particular person on a particular IT package, we send an update video to them in order to update them on the current skills and practices of that particular package. They've undergo training with us in order to keep them updated with the current and latest skills so that it can enhance their career and also aid them to carry out their duty or perform their duty effectively and efficiently at their different place of work. But currently now we've opened the doors to everybody, so you can call your friend, you can tell your neighbor, you can tell your colleague at the place of work, you can tell your colleague at the school, tell them about our Excel training video, and also let them subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now you can simply get more information at our blog. When you get to our blog, you can tell them to subscribe at our blog. You need to subscribe at our blog, because you can see you are getting this video from me directly. I will only do that for a period of 4 weeks, and after which I'm going to stop. I'm not going to continue that, because if you do not subscribe within this period, it means that you are not interested in the video, and I wouldn't want to break into anyone's privacy. So if you actually enjoy the video and you do want to be receiving regular updates from us, and also your friends, they need an update, tell them to subscribe to our YouTube channel, let them go to this blog, let them subscribe to the blog, and also let them follow us on our blog. Once they follow us on our blog, they will be getting regular updates from us whenever we post any video online. So also, when you will enjoy our video, you can refer us to your colleague at a place of work, you can refer us to your colleague at your office, you can refer us to your neighbor that is looking for where to do a particular training on Microsoft Excel or any of the other packages we run in Career Skill Services. We do individual training, we do private training, we do group training, and we do corporate training. So you can get more information about us on this particular blog. So what is today's lesson? Now today's lesson, let's see what I have today to teach you. So what do I have today to teach you? What do I have to teach today? Now I have a lot of things in stock for you today. First, today we'll be learning data consolidation. Next, we'll be looking at data entry form. We'll be looking at the sort command. We'll be looking at the filter command. We'll be looking at freeze command. We'll be looking at the log cell and protect sheet command in Excel, and we'll be looking at a little bit on pivot table. So these are what we have today. So without wasting the time, let's look at data consolidation. Data consolidation simply means consolidating. It simply means merging of two or more data to become one. So that's what data consolidation is all about. It is merging of two or more data to become one. So now I have all this data here, and I want to consolidate the data. I want to bring all this data into this particular Excel spreadsheet. Now, if you want to do that, you will simply align this. When you finish aligning, you move down to press on the shift command with your keyboard, and click on that, and you click on copy. Then you come to this particular place, you click on paste. Then you move to the other Excel spreadsheet which you want to copy the data from. You press on the shift tab key on your keyboard and press it and hold it down and click on this. You click on copy. That simply aligns all the data, and you go to this particular sheet and you click on this and you click on paste. Now you can see this is time consuming. This is actually time consuming. Or alternatively, you can decide to click on this equals to, and you click on this and press enter. When you do that, you click down, you click on this type equals to, you go to the next sheet, you click on this and you click on enter. When you do that, you click on the amount and you drag down Now you can see all these are actually time consuming because you have a lot of works to do. Going through all this process is actually be time consuming. So how could you simply do this in Excel? Excel have a wonderful functions which you can easily use in doing data consolidation. So first and foremost, where do I want my data to appear? If I want my data to start from this particular row, that is row 3, I'll click on that particular I'll click on that particular row. Or if I want my data to start at this column, I click on this particular column. Then I go to data menu. When you click on the data menu, you look at the data tools group, you click on consolidation. When you click on consolidation, Excel brings out the data consolidation dialog box. Let me simply uncheck this. Then you go to the sheet you want to consolidate. You click on this. When you click on this, you click on the column. When you click on column, you align the data. You tell Excel where you want to consolidate the data. Now I want to use the old data. Press on the shift key of your keyboard and click this. Now if I do not want to use the old data, I'm going to stop wherever I want to stop, but I want to use the old data. So I click on that, then you click on the add button. You can see you have the add button, you have the delete button. Click on add. Then I go to the next sheet. So now this is the next sheet. Now Excel has already highlighted this, you can see, because the former sheet I had 4 columns, but this particular sheet has 3 columns. So Excel has automatically picked 4 columns. So I can edit this, but you need to be very careful while editing it. So I type a C, so Excel will pick the 3 columns. And I'm going to pick the 3 columns there. Now you can see my data has a top row. I click on top row. Now, but you can see my data has a left column. Now I click on left column and click on OK. Now you can see, simply because I clicked here, Excel start the data here. Now you can see Excel has given me my result. Now you can see Excel has consolidated the data together. Now because the Sumyama pickup appears more than once, what Excel does was I see the pickup. Now I have pickup more than once, so Excel merge the two together. I look at the order ID. Excel added the order ID, but actually I'm not really interested in Excel adding this order ID because it doesn't really make sense in adding order ID. So what I need to do, I go to the sheet. Since I don't really need Excel to add this order ID, you can simply delete this off. So also I don't really need Excel to add this. You can simply delete this off as well. Now I've got what I need. Now this Excel is giving me this. We can simply convert this by using one of the Excel features. So it doesn't really make sense for Excel to add the dates together. So we can delete that. Now you can see we've gotten our data. So you can see each salesperson. Now you can see each salesperson. You can see the value for each salesperson. You can see this particular Suyama. You can see pickup. You can see the value. You can see the order amount. You can see the purchase amount. You can simply compare the total amounts together. Now that's that. Also we can decide to, now you can remember we did, let's delete this. Let's click on it. I want the data to start there. Remember we've already picked it. Now I want to remove this left column. I do not want Excel to use the left column, so I click on OK. Now you see, because I don't want Excel to use the left column, Excel gives me the whole data there. Now Excel did not consolidate this particular data, so I could simply click on this and come to this particular sheet and click on enter, and I could automatically fill in this by using this particular method of Excel to consolidate the data. So I have finished merging the data together. You can see either bringing everything into one particular spreadsheet. You can see the order date, the order ID, order amount, paid. So it depends on what you actually want Excel to do. You can use it. Consolidate features or functions of Excel is very, very wonderful, very, very fast, and very, very nice. Now let's look at another example. Okay, let's assume I have this. Now this is a product. I have this month, product 1, product 2, product 3. This is for the year 2017, and I have another product for the year 2018, similar product. Now when you want to consolidate the data, make sure that the data are the same thing. Like I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 columns here. I have 4 columns here. Now you can see the data, the number of rows I have from 2 to 14. You can see the number of rows here I have from 2 to 14. To make your work easier, it is very, very important that the data you want to consolidate are of the same column and of the same row. Now, but if you look at this particular example we did, they were not of the same column, they are not of the same rows. You can see Excel didn't bring out this particular part. I had to fill this particular part using another method. So now I want to remove the Excel value there. Now you can see the values is no more there. The values, the formula is no more there. So now you can see how to use another method to do that. Why? Because Excel, why? Because the number of columns and the number of columns I want to merge together were different. One was 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Why the other one was 1, 2, 3. So I have 4 and 3 columns. So that is why I had a problem there. Now let's look at it. These are the same. In order to consolidate the data, you click on this. Then I want my data to start here. Click on consolidate. Now let's simply delete this off. Let's remove this. Let's remove it. Now in data consolidation, I could either sum the data. I could do a lot of things. I could use count, average, product, division, and whatsoever I want to use in Excel. So now I want to bring this data together. I want to sum. So I have to click on this. Then I go to the data I want to consolidate. This. So I like this. Now we are going to use this particular row as a check. You can see for product 1 is 10 and product 3 is 10. So click on that. Let's click on add. Then I want to do the other one. So click on the next. Excel automatically picks it up. Now you can see for this particular month of November I have 10, 10, 10. So after that, let's click on add. You can see I have a top row. I want Excel to display that, and I also have a left column, the month. Do I want to link this data? If I want to link it, I link it. I click on that. I click on OK. Now you can see Excel brings out the data. Now you can see the November that was 10, 10, 10. We have 20, 20, 20 because Excel added everything up. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. So it's now 20, 20. Now because I told Excel I want to link the data up, so Excel brought this. Because I said I want to link the data up. So Excel is showing me for this particular, this is 30, this is 30, this is 40, this is 40, this is 10, this is 10. Now for this particular month of January, the first one is 20, the next one is 20. You can see for the next product this is 20, 10, next product this is 10. So what Excel is actually displaying them. So we can do another way of data consolidation in Excel. Let me quickly do that. let's look at data consolidation in Excel. So let's see another consolidation. Let's assume I have this January. So I think this will be better. So we won't run into the problem we're running into there. So let's just start with a new sheet. Click on this, highlight all this, and you had, I have a top left column, I have a top row. Let's come top row. I don't want to link the sheet. I click on OK. Now you can see Excel has automatically does that. So this is how to use the data consolidation features of Microsoft Excel. So we are going to look at the next thing we have. Data entry form in Excel. That's how to consolidate your data. Now you can see how the data consolidation function of Excel works, and it's far better than the other method we've tried initially. Also, I want to teach us the one way of consolidating data. Now, this type of particular consolidation we've just done is consolidating data from different sheets of micro Excel, in the same workbook. Now you can see I consolidated the data from this sheet in this sheet and the data in this sheet together. I merged the data together. I likewise did the same thing by merging the data from this particular sheet to this particular sheet together in order to produce this particular data. So you can see this is the same Excel workbook I used in consolidating this data, in merging this data together. Now, if I have different Excel files, is it possible for me to consolidate the data, to merge the data together? Yes, it is quite possible. Now let's take an example. Let's quickly look at that. Now you can see this is a salesperson. This is an Excel file. This is a particular name of a salesperson by name James. Let me quickly open the Excel file. Now you can see James in the month of January. James sold product 1 for 10. Sold 10 quantity of product 1 and 30 quantity of product 3. Now that is for James, and that's for the month of January. Then I have another salesperson by name Steve. You can see that of Steve. We have record for that of Steve in the month of January and in the month of February. Now I want to bring these two data together into one Excel spreadsheet. I want to bring these two data together into one Excel spreadsheet. So what am I going to do? I'm either going to open a new Excel spreadsheet, or I have an empty Excel spreadsheet here. Double click on that. You can see that is a blank Excel spreadsheet. So all I need to do is to click on the data menu. Then when I click on the data menu, I go to the data tools group in Microsoft Excel. I click on consolidate fusion of the Microsoft Excel. Then now I want to sum this data together. I use the sum. What I'm going to do is now I'm going to click on the reference. Then when I click on the reference, I click on this and I click on this. Then when I click on that, all I need to do is to highlight this. Remember, there should always be a space left here when consolidating data on the upper left part of your data. I need to click on add. Then next I need to click on this and go to the first. That was for James. Now this for Steve. I need to highlight all this. You can see that for Steve is for January and February. I click on add. Okay, now you can see my data has a top row and we have a left column. So I want Excel to do that. Now I don't want to link it to the source data. Now if you link your data to the source data, whenever the source data changes, the data is going to change automatically. Okay, let's click on that. Let's see. Now you can also delete, which you've seen me use this particular function. You can click OK, you can click close. You don't want to continue again using the consolidate feature of Microsoft Excel. So let's click on OK. Now you can see Excel producing this data together. You can see now that of January you can see 20, 40, 69. You can see that because for James in the month of January has 10, 20, 30. Why that of Steve in the month of January 10, 20, 30. So Excel added everything together. Now you want to see the breakdown of the data. You can see that. Click on this. You can see James is in the month of January, the first is 10, Steve 10. So Excel added everything to that makes it up 20. So that's how the consolidate feature of Microsoft Excel works. Now this is only for Steve. Now what's the next thing we're going to learn in our Excel spreadsheet? So that's how the consolidate feature works in Microsoft Excel. Next, what we're going to look at, we're going to look at the data entry form. Now, creating a data entry form using the Excel function to create a data entry form is a very easier way in entering data in Microsoft Excel. And I'm going to show you that how to do that. Now we can see the data entry form. Okay. Now I have all those headings. I want to type names into that in Microsoft Excel. Now normally if you want to type name, we will start typing the name like let's say James. We can have something like Steve. We can have address like first stack. We can have address like the type of premises to be 3-bedroom flat. Then we can have address like uses of premises. The use of premises, what the premises used for. We can something like residential, and we can have something like phone number. I'm just put a random phone number. We can have an email address as james@gmail.com. Now I can have all those, and we can now have a date. We can have it like 12/27/2018. Now I can have all this. Now I can keep typing. Now if you are working with Microsoft Excel, using this type of method might be kind of too difficult, or it will be time consuming. And secondly, we can have a more easier way of doing this. How can I do that? Let me simply remove this. So how can I do that? In order for me to do that, I'm going to use these features of Microsoft Excel known as the form button. Now in order to use this Microsoft Excel, the form button, I already have it here. I'm going to show you how you can put that on. All you need to do is you need to highlight this. The very moment you highlight this, you click on the form button. So now Microsoft is explaining to why Microsoft is giving me this error message is because of this particular column. You can see this column here. I have home here. So Microsoft is trying to tell me cannot determine which of the selection I'm trying to use as a column label. Now, if you want the first row of the selection or list to use as label and not as data, click OK. That is exactly what I want. Now you can see the data menu. So Microsoft Excel has brought out this. So I can simply fill this by typing James. I press the tab key on my keyboard and I type Steve. I press the tab key on my keyboard and I type first stack. And I type the tab key on my keyboard and I type 2-bedroom flat. Use of residential area. I can say for residents. Residential. Then the next is a phone number. I can use the phone number 080. Just with a random phone number. Now the next is a email address. The email address I can type James at gmail.com. Now this is my spelling of James is not proper. Okay, now the date, I can put the date as 22 5 2018. Now if I want to enter the next figure, I have to click on new. And the moment you click on new, you can see Microsoft Excel automatically enters the first data. So the next I can call John. Press the tab key on your keyboard and call it Do. John Doe. The next I can call this Ikeja. The next, press the tab key on your keyboard. The next is the type of premises. Now I can have different type of premises. I can call this a duplex. And we have the next, the use of presidential. I can see social. The next is a phone number. Now you can see before typing the phone number, I put an apostrophe here. Yes, in order for you to type, to make the 0 to stand in Excel, you have to put that. If not, Excel is, if you can see this now, if I don't put the apostrophe here, you see what is this going to do. Now let me see, this is John at ymail.com. Then the date, I can call this like 12, let's say 4/12/2018. Now I click on new data. When I click on new data, you can see this particular case Excel retained the 0. Why this particular case Excel did not retain the 0? Why? Because I didn't put an apostrophe before I typed the phone number here. Now you can see that's how you can use this Excel function. Now the beauty of using this now is this, like this particular case. Now let's go to the beauty of using this is this. Now I can have much voluminous data like this. I can keep scrolling down till I get to the bottom of it. Then I start typing. Okay. Then I press. Then I type. Let's assume fuller. Now start typing. It takes some time to scroll down to the bottom of your Excel spreadsheet. So in order to make it more easier, all I need to do, I can just create a data form with this and click on this. Excel automatically creates the data form. Now Excel creates the data form. Now for me to enter that for the next, I don't need to start scrolling down. I just need a new data. Now you can see Excel using this particular data. This is the first data here. Excel is using it now. So when I go down, you see that's the last data. Now if I want to go to the next data, I click on this next data. Okay, let's post the information. Let's add the data. Let's try to add the data there. Let's do, okay, cannot extend the table or database. Yes, Excel cannot extend the table or database. Why? Because we've already had the data here. We already had the data here, so Excel cannot have it. What am I going to do? Let me cut this. For the moment I cut, I paste somewhere else. Now you can see the data. This is already US. Now I can click on this now. The command cannot be completed by using the range specified. Select a single cell within the range. Okay. Now click on it now. I can now add now. If I want to add, I can add UA. Okay, let's add. Let's call this fuller. Let's make the date is 2000. Let's call this 2016. Let's make this 55. And let's change this amount to 55. Okay, now I have this. Now I can click on new. The moment I click on new, Excel automatically enters the data. Excel automatically enters the data. Now let's see. Now you can see our data here, 2016. Excel automatically enters the data there. Now if I want Excel to enter the data for the next cell. Now I have to go to the last cell. Now this is the last record. You can see 45 USA and 45. That is the last record here. When you see this, now this is USA, this is $45. So that is the last record. You can see, let's drag this. You can see that that's the last record. Now if I want Excel to put the data next to that, let me call this pickup. And let me leave this 2013. Let me make this to 67 and let me call this $80. Now you can say click on new data. Excel automatically enter the data next to it. So that is how you can use the data entry form. So it prevents you to keep scrolling downward before you type your data. Now that's the function, the beauty of using this particular feature of Microsoft Excel. Now we can also do some things with it. Now let's go back here and paste it back. Okay, see I moved to the next data. You can see the next data here. I move to the next. Okay, see USC is the next data. The salesperson is pickup. Now this is a pickup. That's a company that sells, and we can see 2003. We can see another ID 10250, and we can see the amount $1,552.6. It's $1,552.6. Now, so we can keep using this to go to the previous. Can use it to go to the next. And to the previous, we can use it to go to the next. Also, we can also use this particular data entry form of Excel in sorting your data. Now, for a particular case, I am looking for a particular customer. Okay, let's assume I'm looking for a particular customer. Let's assume I'm looking for that is sorting with one criteria. Let's assume I'm only interested in. Okay, let's just click on criteria here. Now I'm only interested in the country, all the country that is USA. This is what I'm only interested in. All the country that is what? USA. Now this is what I'm interested in. Well, I click on that and I click on form. But when I click on that, it gives me what? USA and pickup. That's the first data on this, the first on USA and pickup. Then I move to next. It gives me the next USA, and you can see the amount $654.06. You can see that there. So Excel will keep on giving me only that for USA. Now, if I'm only interested to know, let's go to criteria, or let me delete this off. Now, if I want to delete, if I click delete, Excel will permanently delete the data, but I don't want to delete this particular data. Let me go to previous. Now let me delete this particular data. Click on delete. Now you can see this particular data here. Excel is going to delete this off. Now Excel has deleted it off. That's how the delete. That's how the delete function or the delete feature of this particular dialog box works. Now I want to pick another criteria. Let's assume I'm interested to know the salesperson that is pickup. Salesperson that is pickup and a particular order ID, or I'm only interested in a particular order ID. Or let's assume someone comes to make a report of a particular goods that was sold, and you want to get the salesperson that you bought this particular goods from. You need the order ID. So let's assume we have the order ID 10272. So all you need to do, you need to click on form. Let me go back. Sort. Okay, sort using two methods. Now I can decide to sort using this method. I can set to UK, and I want to sort by salesperson. Let's assume a particular salesperson, Buccaneer. Let's use that. Now you can see I click on this. Elder has given me that the UK, and the first on the list is this Docs What. That's the first on the list. Then I click on Find Next. Elder give me the next on the list is the bouquet, Buccaneer. The next. So because I told Excel, I gave Excel my search criteria UK and Buccaneer. All the data Excel is going to bring up will only be UK and Buccaneer. You can see that Excel is only giving me UK and Buccaneer because that's my search criteria. But if I should give Excel a search criteria of only Buccaneer, or I give Excel a search criteria of pickup. Let me assume I give Excel a search criteria of pickup. Now I need this. Excel automatically bring out the data pickup, the search criteria. No. Find next. I'm interested in pickup. This is pickup. So Excel gives me only data for pickup. Now you can see all the data Excel brings out will only be the salesperson pickup. That's what Excel keeps giving me, because I told Excel pickup. Now if I need a search criteria, I told Excel a search criteria of the volume. Now when you click on that, now Excel is not given that. You click on Find Next. All the data that will be coming afterward will be the volume. All the data that will come in afterward will be that volume. So that's how you can use the data entry form that's how you can use it in the data entry form in sorting your data using one criteria and two or more criteria. Okay, then let's look at this. Let's clear this. I want to add a data here. Now you can see what I did, that I cut this first. I cut it out. I want to add a data to this. I want to add a data to this. Let's say USA, and the salesperson, let's say Peacock. Let's call the order date to be let's call the order ID. Let's call the amount, and we click on new record. Now you can see it's automatically fixed that into the. So this is how to use the data entering form to sort your data. Now that's how we can use the data entry form in sorting your data using one criteria. You can use it for two or more. You can include the data entry form as part of the ribbon or part of the menu or part of the quick access toolbar. But the question is this: how can you include the data entering form as part of the menu in your as part of the command in your menu, or you create just in your as part of the command in the ribbon of Microsoft Excel? The first step to do is that you go to File, click on File, you go to Option. Now when you click Option, you go to Customize the ribbon. Now I could decide to put the form here, customize the ribbon. You click on this and click on command not in the ribbon. When you click on command not in the ribbon, we are looking for form, so click on that and press the F key on your keyboard. When you press F key on your keyboard, you scroll down to form. Now I want to add this to Microsoft Excel. Before you can add this to Microsoft Excel, you have to create a group. I want to add it here. This is where I want to add it. So I have to click on this. I want to add it after this. So I'm going to click a new group. I can click this now I have to give this a name. So let me click on this and rename it. I want to call that data form. So if we want to put on, we've already given it, we've already displayed the name. Let's just leave it up this way. Now I've gotten this. Now I want to place it here. I'll now click on this and click on add. When I click on that, Excel brings the form automatically. So the form is now shifted from this particular part of the Excel option screen to the other part. Then I'm going to click on OK. When I click on OK, you can now see it. When you go to the development tab, you can now see the form. When you click on the form, you can see the data entering form. So that is where the data entry form. But if I want to include the data entry form among the quick access toolbar, alternatively I could go back, so I could click on file, click on option, and I click on customize quick access toolbar, and I simply go to click on command not in the ribbon, and I go to F, command not in the ribbon. Then I go to F. Once I go to F, I'm going to see the form. Then I click and I click add there. The moment I click add and I click OK, you can see that there in the ribbon. So you can see that there in the ribbon, you can see there in the ribbon. So if I want to remove it, I could simply go through the same process, click and go to option, click customize quick access toolbar, or alternatively I could simply right click this, go to show quick access toolbar ribbon, customize quick access toolbar ribbon, sorry, then I click on this and I click remove, then I click on OK. But when I do that, you can see it's no longer here. Let me click on this, show it above, so you can see it's no longer there. So that's how to add the data entry form to the menu, or to one of the menu of the as one of the command in the menu of the Microsoft Excel. Right, so let's look at another sort using the sort command in Microsoft Excel. Now when you want to sort using the sort command in Microsoft Excel, it all depends on what you want to sort. Now let's look at sorting using the one criteria, and sorting using the one criteria and sorting with two or more criteria, with the major and the minor. Okay, sorting using one criteria. Now if I want to sort now in Microsoft Excel, I'm only interested to see the country UK. What I need to do, I need to click on this and I go to the sort command in Microsoft Excel. First and foremost, I can sort using ascending or descending order. Let me sort this ascending order. You can see that all the data, the UK comes first before you can see that of the US, because I said ascending order. Let me undo. Now if I want Excel to sort that according to descending order, I click on this. First and foremost, for you to sort, you must click on the column you want to use in sorting. I want to sort by country, so I have to click on any cell within the country column. So I click on that and I click sort from Z to A. Excel sort from Z to A. That's descending order. That's another way of sorting. Then if I want to sort, that's using one criteria. Now if I can come to this place, I can tell Excel I want to sort, I want to see, I want it to be in ascending or descending order, or I want Excel to sort from A to Z. Excel is going to sort from A to Z. Now if I want to sort based on one criteria, I can use the custom sort. I can also do a custom sort, just as I did UK. I only want to see that of UK first. Excel gives me UK. Now if I want to sort, I can also do a custom sort and tell Excel I want to sort by a particular, let's say, salesperson, and I want Excel to use the value in this cell to sort, and I want Excel to sort. Okay, let's still use a country. I want Excel to sort from A to Z. All I need to do is to click on OK. You can see the UK comes first before the US. Now, if I want Excel to change this particular sort, for instance, I want to sort by salesperson. All I need to do is to click on that and click on the custom sort. Then Excel brings out the sort dialog box. I want to sort by salesperson. I want to sort by date. I want Excel to okay, I want to sort by salesperson. I want to use the value to sort. Then I click from A to Z. Now my data add heading development, I remove this. Excel is going to include this in the sort. So let me remove this and click on OK. Now you can see, because I told Excel I want to sort by salesperson, you can see Excel arranges that the B comes first before the C. Let me undo that. Now let's go back to that and click on the custom sort dialog box. I want, okay, now for instance, now I want to sort by person value. Let me remove this. But when we give this, Excel highlight the data. Excel is going to use the heading in sorting. You can see Excel has included the heading in the sort. So let me undo that. So always remember to uncheck that. That's how to use a custom sort. Okay, secondly, I can also sort with more than one criteria. For instance, I interested to know, I want to sort by country. The letter I sort by order date. Or for instance, I want to sort by country, also I want to sort by order ID. So in other words, I want Excel to arrange this by country. I want to see UK first, then before US. Then I want Excel to now arrange it in order of magnitude according to the order ID. Let the smaller order ID comes first, then the larger order ID comes later or comes after. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use this to be sorting with more than one criteria. I click on the cell, I go to sort, I tell Excel sort from A to Z. Now Excel has done that. You can see A to Z. It's better I sort with the order ID first, telling Excel to sort with this order ID according to Excel. Then now tell Excel to sort this in order of magnitude. Now you can see that Excel has sorted now with order. Now you can see the arrangement. You can see the order. You can see the data goes in order of magnitude. You can see it's been arranged in order of magnitude. UK comes first, then this comes in order. So when you are sorting with more than two criteria, you should know which sort criteria should come first and which sort criteria should come last. You can see Excel have sorted that properly. Now you can see Excel sorted that with order of what magnitude. You can see the UK. Now you can see UK. Now you can see the 11,000 and something comes after. So when you're sorting with Excel using more than one criteria, you should know which data should come first and which data should come last. And let me quickly undo this. So you should know which data should come first and which data should come last. We can also do that using the custom sort dialog box. Click on this. Now I want to sort. What is a major sort? My major sort is odd, then smallest to largest. Then also I want Excel to sort by the country. I want to see UK first, then later I see US. So what am I going to do? Sort by, Excel should sort by country, then sort by order ID. Now you can see the major sort, major consign, the major sort should come last. I want Excel to sort this in ascending order of magnitude, but the UK also, the UK ascending order of magnitude. This is the main country. I want to see all country together, and then Excel arranges the order ID. So you must know which criteria should come first and which criteria should come last. That's very, very important. Now let's go to the sort, that is using the sort command in Microsoft Excel. Also, let's see sort by color. Now I want to sort by color. I have color here. I want to sort by color. All I need to do is to click on this and tell Excel to sort by color. Click on the custom sort. whichever cell you click on, Excel is going to still sort by color. It's not that we don't need to definitely click on any of the countries column. Now I want to remove this particular column. I click delete this level. I want Excel to sort by country, but I want Excel to sort by cell color. Now cell color, which color do I want to come first? Do I want the blue or the yellow to come first? Okay, let me tell Excel, let the blue come first. That the blue should be on top. Now should blue be on top or should be at the bottom? So let's leave that and click on OK. Now you can see I have all the blues first. Now you can see all the blue while the yellows are scattered. Now if I want the yellow to follow after the blue, all I need to do is to click additional and let us sort by this and use the sort by color. The yellow should be at the bottom and you click OK. Now let's see. You can see Excel sort that. You can see the yellow at the bottom. So that's how the sort command features of Microsoft Excel works. But if I should do this and tell us Excel and on top, you will see that it will follow immediately after the blue. You can see. So that's how to use the custom sort in Microsoft Excel. So we sort by column, one criteria, we sort by two or more criteria, we sort by the color. Now let's look at using the filter command on Microsoft Excel. Now filter command also can help you in sorting. I click on this. Now I have filter. Now if I want to sort by filter, I'm only interested to see that of USA. I will check this and I click on OK. Now Excel is going to only display data for USA. You can see there's no data for UK. Now that is how the filter command works. The filter command help you to sort your data and remove the other data that you are not interested in. I like this. Press down the control key of your keyboard, press it down and then click on this. So press down the shift key of your keyboard and you click on this to highlight everything. Press on the shift key of your keyboard, press and hold it down to click to highlight all. So you can now copy your data. You can now press Ctrl C to copy your data, and you can go to the new Excel spreadsheet if you want to open a new Excel spreadsheet. Then you paste the data there, so you can see that. So if I want to sort, now let's undo that. If I want to sort based by UK, okay, let's clear the sort criteria. If I want to clear this, I click on this and I click on clear filter. Excel automatically return the data to the normal pattern it was. Now if I'm only interested to see that of UK, all I need to do is to uncheck this and Excel display that for the UK. So you can now copy and paste the data somewhere, or you can go ahead and do whatever you want to do. So that's a sorting using the filter command. Also I can decide to sort by date. Now this is a date. Now you tell Excel you want to sort by date. I want to see something for this month, I want to see something about last week, or I'm only interested to see data for today, or I'm only interested to see data before a particular date. I'm interested to see data for last year, or I'm interested to see data year to date. Excel arrange that to dates. Oh, we can also delete that. So we can also sort according to the date. So if I'm interested to see data based on the dates or a particular month, I can use that. For instance, I want to see data for this month, last month, this month, next month. Excel is going to do that. That depends on the type of data you have. You can see my data. My data are 2003, 2004. These are old data. So depending on the type of data you have, you can also sort using that. Or you can sort data using, I want to see data before a particular date. So you click on that. So since I'm only interested, my data fast bank, my data is something like 2003. I go back to 2003 to tell Excel this is what I want. Okay, now let me just click on this. Now since my data is 2003 for that particular date, we'll clear that. So let's go back to that. Date filter. Now okay, let's filter. I want to try to manipulate this because before 2003. Now I want to see that before 12th of December, 12th date of this, of the 12th day of December 2003, and click on OK. Now you can see Excel gives me the data before that. You can see that before November 12th. You can see. So Excel gives me all the data for that part. So that is how the sort command works. So all what you need to do, you've gotten the data, you can look for what you are looking for, or you can copy the data and paste it somewhere else if you need to, or you are looking for a particular information, you can easily search for that particular information. So that's how to use the sort. And also, okay, let's quickly clear this. Let's clear this. You can also sort by using a particular sort by text. Now you want to sort based on word that contains. Now for instance, I'm only interested to sort by words that contain S. So I click OK. Now words that contain X, this is only the column I click. Sorry, let me undo this. Let me use this so that you can understand this better. Let's assume, let's go to the column. Click on that column, click on this, and let's sort by words that contain S and click on OK. Now it's only USA that contains X, so Excel is going to display only data that is only the USA data, because it's only the USA data that contains X. So you can simply click on this. Also you can see you can also filter by color. If you want to filter by color, Excel can do that. You can also filter by color using the filter command of Microsoft. And also you can also filter by using the particular text. Now let's assume text that begins with. Now you can see I clicked on this particular column. Let's do text that begins with a particular letter. Let's assume text that begins with the particular letter D, or text that begins with a particular letter C, and text that begins with a particular letter C. So let's click on OK. Because I said and. So now what are we going to do? Let's use or. The or will be better. So text that begins with a particular letter word D, or text that begins with a particular letter, text that begins with a particular letter C. Now you can see that because I said or, so the two criteria is met. So this our particular data meets the two criteria. So that's why Excel displays data that contains start with D and letter that begins with C. But the first criteria I said Excel display data that begins with a particular letter D and data that begins with a particular letter C. Excel did not display any data. So this is how you can use the sort and filter command of Microsoft Excel. So you can see we've looked at filter with one criteria, filter with two or more criteria, filter with comma, filter by text. Now let's look at filter. We have looked at filter by partial text. That is what I just did. filter by partial text. Text that begins with a particular word, that is filter by partial text. We can also filter by number. Let's come to this and click on this. So let's tell Excel we want to filter by number. We want to filter by number less than a particular number. If I'm interested to tell Excel I want you to display data that is less than this particular number, click OK. See, Excel is going to display that all these are less by that particular number. Or you want to tell Excel I want you to display data that is less than a particular number, less than a particular number. And now remember the AND command. While using AND command, you have to be very careful while using the AND command. Number less than this, but not greater than. Look at the freeze command. Now if I'm interested to freeze this particular cell, for instance I want to freeze the horizontal column, I click on that and I go to tell Excel to freeze that particular column of Microsoft Excel. I tell Excel I want to freeze this particular column and I want to freeze this particular column. Excel is going to do that. Well, let's look at the freeze command of Microsoft Excel. Now, for instance, I'm working with voluminous data like this. I want to be typing on this particular data. I need Excel to keep this row fixed and keep this particular column fixed. So in case I scroll, this particular part of the Excel screen will be fixed. I need to use the freeze command of Microsoft Excel. So click on the view menu, and I click on this part. This is the part I want Excel to freeze. So the moment I click on this and I click on freeze command, you can see Excel has fixed this particular part of the screen. You can see that last part. So when I click on this, but for this particular part, I can still see that I can see the heading of my data. Now, for me to unfreeze this, I need to click on freeze. But if I should click this particular part and I click on this, you can see what Excel is going to do. You can see the line. So that particular part of the screen is fixed. Now you can see. You see this particular part of Excel screen. You see this is fixed. And this other part also, you can see is fixed. So that's how the freeze command of Microsoft Excel works. Also, I can use the freeze the top part of the row, freeze the top row. Now only this row is freeze. It's freeze irrespective where irrespective of which cell is the active. So you can see this particular cell is the active cell, but Excel only freeze the top row. Now if I want Excel to freeze the column, I need to click on this and click on freeze first column. So Excel, you can see that part of Excel is fixed, and you can see freeze top row. So you can see this part of it is freeze, and you can see this part of it is free. So now you can see when I make use, also you can notice when I make use of this particular command, Excel releases this other command. So now I can't use these two commands simultaneously. You either make use of this command or you make use of this command. If you want to freeze both parts together, you want to freeze the top, we want to freeze this column, you make use of you use it this particular way I need it. So you can see Excel freezing that and Excel freezing this. So that's how you can use this particular the freeze command. Now let's quickly look at hide on iSheet. If I want to hide the dates column of this particular cell of this particular data, all I need to do is to click on the date column and go to hide column. if I'm interested in hiding the column, you could hide the sheet, you could hide. So I'm interested in hiding the column, I click on hide column. You can see Excel automatically hides the column. You can see A, B, the C is hidden. If I want to unhide the column, all I need to do is to go back to click on the format menu, go to visibility and click on hide column. So you can do that to the row. Also, if I want to hide this particular sheet, data entry sheet 2, or I want to hide sheet 14, all I need to do is to click on the format, go to the hide, and tell Excel to hide this particular sheet. Now this particular sheet data entry is active, so Excel is going to hide this particular data sheet. So hide this sheet, hide this particular sheet. If I want to unhide it, I go through the same step. I go to unhide sheet. Now if you hide more than one sheet in Microsoft Excel, Excel is going to bring a dialog where you select the sheet you want to unhide. But in this particular case, only one sheet is hidden. All I need to do is to select this particular sheet and click on OK. Excel unhide the particular sheet. So that's how to use a hide and unhide command in Microsoft Excel and the freeze command in Microsoft Excel. Now let's look at lock cell and protect your cell command in Microsoft Excel. In order for you to protect your cell in Microsoft Excel, for instance, I do not want anybody to. Let me remove this filter. How do I do that? I click on this and I click on filter. It removes the filter. Now I don't want anyone to change any part of this cell. Now you can see I could simply change this now from pickup to, let's call it fuller. Now you can see I have two fuller here. Formerly it was pickup. Now I don't want anybody to change any part of this my Excel spreadsheet. All I need to do is to go to the view. I go to the review menu. When I go to the review menu, but before that, before going to the review menu, but let's click on this. When I click on protection, you can see lock cell. All the cells are already locked by Excel. Locking cells or hiding formula has no effect until you protect the worksheet. Now, all the cells are already locked, but Excel said until the worksheet are protected. Now, it's just like closing the door of a house without locking it with a key. An intruder can come in and use the key to open the door of the house. So in order to lock this particular cell to prevent an intruder from changing any part of this data, all what we need to do, we have to use a key to lock the door. And what is the key? The password. So the password is the key. First and foremost, let us click this. Now I've unlocked this particular part of Excel spreadsheet. Now let me highlight this. Press down the shift key of your keyboard, press and hold it down and click on this. So I've highlighted all this part of Excel spreadsheet. I want to lock all the cells. I don't want anybody to change any part of this cell. I don't want anybody to change any part of the cell. Only this part of the cell could be changed. Okay, so sorry before that. Let's go back to this. So let's go back, click on the sheet and click on this. Then let's click on this and click on protection. Let's unlock this and click on OK. Now I've done that. Then the next step is go to your review menu. Remember, I highlighted this first before going to that. Click on protect sheet. If you want to put on protect sheet, you type a password. Always remember your password. So I'm using the password. Good. You click on OK. Now you can see Excel. You can do a lot of things. You can select lock cells. You can select unlock cells. Now click on OK. Excel asks for the password. Supply same password to Excel and click on OK. Now you can see. Let's try to change this to fuller. Now you can see we could easily change it. But let's try to change this to UK. Now you can see Excel is giving us a command that you can't change this part of what the Excel was spreadsheet, but you can change any of this particular part I've just highlighted. But the headings you can't change it. Why? Because I've locked that particular cell. But okay, see, we can just select it. You can do whatever you want to do with that. You can't copy any of. Why? Because when you go to this, let me go to good. because there's some privileges that is given to user when we lock the sheet. Now to unlock the sheet, you click on protect and click on good and click on OK. This is how to unlock the sheet. Now let us go through it one more time. In order for you to lock your sheet in Microsoft Excel, let's go to this. Make sure this is already locked. I like this. That's the first step. You alight it, you press down your shift key and you click on this. Then when you are done, you click on this, you go to protect sheet. And this is unlocked. Now if I'm going to lock this particular sheet, now it's going to do the opposite of this. If I'm going to do this, that is going to do the opposite of that. Now let's see. Going to do the opposite of what we just did. So let's say good. Now these are the privileges I'm talking about. Now in this particular cell, if you want to give users privileges to insert a row, insert a column, they can do that. Let's click on OK. I'm going to talk about that in a while. Now I supply the password. Let's change this to fuller. I told you it will be the other way around. Because why? When we highlighted this part of the Excel spreadsheet, we now click on locked Excel spreadsheet. We lock the sheet, then we now protected it with a password. Now for this particular part of Excel spreadsheet, so we locked all the Excel spreadsheet because I'm protected with the word a password. Even this part that was not highlighted. Now in order for me to make use of only this particular part, in order for me to only protect this particular part, click on this. I have to unprotect sheet. Sorry. Let me unprotect the sheet. Supply the password good and click on OK. Now, for me to only hide this particular part of Excel spreadsheet, all I need to do is to select that part, press down the shift key and hold it. Then you'll go to the number tab, click on protect, unlock the sheet and click on OK. Now when I'm done with that, I'll now go to the review menu because I've unlocked the sheet. Now supply a password. Supply the same password again. If the password are different, Excel is going to tell you the password are different. Now you can see I can change this to fuller because these sheets are unlocked. The sheets are lighted are unlocked. This only the part that is what locked. So this is how to use that. Okay, now let's remove this. I said I'm going to show you something in a while. So I want to show us something in a while. Now let's go to this. It's going to work the reverse. Going to work the reverse way. Okay, before that, let's quickly go to. I'm going to come back to that. Let's quickly go to the pivot table. Now, what is pivot table? Pivot table helps you to analyze your data. In other words, it helps to reduce your data into a size that you can easily understand. And also, pivot table helps you to extract some detailed information about your data. Now, let's say, for instance, in this particular case, I want to summarize this data. Now, I want to see the salesperson and UK and US. I want to see the sales for each of this particular. I don't want to see the order. I want to see the amount that is being sold for each of them. Now, what I need to do, I need something before you use the pivot table. You have to know how you want your data to be. Now, I want my data to be in this format. Then this salesperson, for instance, I want something like this.
I want something like this. So UK, for Suyama, the number of UK that is sold, the amount that is sold, I want it here. The total amount. For Davoli, the total amount that was sold in UK, I want to see. Fuller, pick up the total amount. So before you create that in Excel, before you create a pivot table, you have to know how you want to pivot. The first thing, click that cell table to be. So the first thing I'm going to do in Excel, I click on the data, any part of the data, I click on insert, and I click. The next is to click on the pivot table. Let's click on pivot table. Excel brings out the pivot table dialog box. Now you can see select any range. You can see Excel has selected all the range of the data. If I only want to use part of the range of the data, all I need to do is to edit this particular part. If I want Excel to stop, for instance, at 790, I have to type 790 here. So Excel is going to use that part, but let me use all the old data, which is 800. That's the last cell here, the last row. Then where do I want Excel to paste the pivot table, the pivot table? Is it on this particular Excel spreadsheet, existing worksheet, or a new worksheet? I need a new worksheet. I click on OK. Excel brings it in the new worksheet. Now remember the way I told you I want the pivot table to look like. Now the country, I want the country to be on a row. So I click and drag this into the row. This is how I want it to be. Then I need the salesperson to be in the column. So I click and type this in the column. So you can see difference with the column. Now, then the next I need is the amount. So that's the value. I click and I place in the value. You can see for UK, for Buccaneer, the total amount that was sold, and you can see now these are blanks. You can see for US the total amount. You can see for UK, for Fuller, the total amount. You can see for USA, for Fuller, the total amount. Now this gives you the total for. If I don't need this grand total, all I need to do is to click on this and tell Excel off rows and column total. So this is what I need. So this is how to prepare a pivot table. Now, but before we close the curtain, I was talking about protecting the sheet. Now let's look at this. Now click on this. Let's see. You can see this protection is already locked. All the cells are already locked. Now if I want to protect the sheet, I can now go to the review menu, click on protect sheet, then provide a password. Now I was talking about privileges. Now these are the privileges. If you are working in an office and you are not the only one making use of your system, there are other of the staffs of the company that make use of a particular data. But if you are the sole creator of the data, you're the one that builds the data, you can give people access to do certain things on the data. For instance, you can decide to tell people, okay, you can insert a column into it, but you cannot insert a row. You can say, oh, okay, you can delete a column or you can delete a row if you want to. But let's tell people that you can insert only a column in this particular page, but you can't insert a row. So let's click on OK. As it asks you, remember we said you can only insert a column, but you cannot insert a row. Now let's try to change this. You can see we can't change any part of it. Why? Because we've already locked it. Now let's try to insert a column or a row. Let's go to insert. You can see insert a column. Remember we said you can insert a column, but you can't insert a row. Let's try to insert a row. You can see the row feature or function of Microsoft Excel is not active. So this is how we're going to close our curtain here. Now, if you actually love this particular video I've just watched, I want you to do one important thing for me. I need your feedback. Please send me your feedback, send me a correspondence. I want to know that particular problem you are having or that particular task you're having. You are finding it difficult to perform in Microsoft Excel. You can send me a mail. you go to this blog, you see my mail. You can send me a mail directly, or you can use a contact form on the blog. I prefer you use the contact form, because when you use the contact form on the blog, I'm going to get that quite easily. Use a contact form and you can get to me directly. You tell me that particular task or problem you are finding it difficult to perform in Excel, and I'm going to, in my next video, I'm going to see how I can include that in the next training video. So also remember to subscribe for my training video, especially you subscribe at the blog page. When you subscribe, also you want to be following my update, you put your email address so that I can be sending you the update. And especially you subscribe at my YouTube channel. Subscription is free. Whenever I post a video online, you're going to get it directly in your email voice. Also, I want you to do me a favor. If you love this video, share this video to your friend, share this video to your colleagues, and also tell them to like us, and also like our video, apart from sharing it on any of the social media or your page in any of the social media. Also like our video. And also, if you have a colleague or a friend of yours, or your colleague at school that is looking for where to run any of the packages we run, especially Microsoft Excel, Advanced Excel, also Excel, using Excel in doing financial modeling, financial analysis, and the rest of them, you can, don't forget that we do all this training, you can refer them to us.